What is up, everybody? Welcome back. We are here live again for another season of the Hoop State High School Tour. Miles Mastrocola, Rod Bridgers, Anthony Simmons. Simmons, I'll start with you. How are we doing it? How good do you feel to be back?
Favorite time of the year. It's basketball season. NBA has started. College is soon. We got high school. We got football. But it's nothing like the Hoop State. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just glad to be back with the guys, for real, for real.
Definitely.
Hey, man, can you believe it's year 6?
It's crazy.
Year 6, man.
Crazy.
So just excited, man. I think the biggest thing that I'm excited about is the fact that, you know, the class before is going ahead. They're going to do great things in college now. Now we get a new crop of guys that come in and kind of take over the reins as like the kings of the Hoop State. So
100%.
It's exciting to see.
And now that we're in year 6, we are starting to see these guys that were around for year 1, year 2, making their NBA debuts, making big things happen in the basketball world. So it is special to see, and it's great to know that the next generation is so strong, and that's what we're going to get into here today. First up on the slate of events, we have Hoop State opening weekend. This is November 15th and 16th in the 252 at Greenfield School. Rod, we've had a ton of great events at Greenfield School. Yep. It's a place that is a legendary spot in the Hoop State. Mm-hmm. What does it mean to bring this event here again?
No, it's exciting to be back in in my hometown and things like that. Just being a part of I didn't go to Greenfield, but just being a part of you're an
honorary alum.
The tradition and the culture that Greenfield has, man. It's a blessing there, man. Shout out to Coach Sauter and those guys over there, man.
Definitely. So let's run through the schedule real quick. Friday night, 7:30, Greenfield will be taking on Burlington Christian. Shifting ahead to Saturday, 12:30, Thales Academy will be taking on Epiphany School. At 2 o'clock, Northwood Temple will be playing Crossroads Christian. At 3:30, Southern Wake Academy will be playing Trinity Christian. At 5 o'clock, Wayne Country Day will be playing the Burlington School. And at 6:30, Greenfield School will be playing Trinity Academy.
You asking me first? I'm just going to keep it real. Kobe Edwards, #1 point guard in North Carolina. I mean, for me, I think this year, piggybacking off what Rod said, no disrespect to the 25 class. I think this year, the 26 class is really going to start to take control of the state, and then we're going to have their last lap going into their senior year. It's so much talent all around in this class, and I mean, one of them ones is Kobe.
And Rod, you followed his recruitment closely. You've seen him kind of take these steps as he's grown into the player that he's still becoming.
Right.
What do you expect for him in these two matchups in particular?
I think for the biggest thing for Kobe now, it's a new era that he's entering into in terms of being the unquestioned leader of Greenfield. No longer is Matt Kirby there. No longer is his brother there, Nick. No longer is Tyler Barnes there, Gabe Marquis. So now Kobe's taking the reins as being the guy. He's the focal point. He's the head of the snake. So everything I've seen from him so far, it's just he's ready to take that role. I got a chance to watch him a few times in the past couple months, and
yeah. No, he's doing his thing.
Yeah.
And around him at Greenfield, obviously you mentioned a lot of losses, and I know they brought in a couple new pieces, a couple young guys coming up as well. Who are those that fans should be looking out for?
So a couple of names I'll name. Isaiah Thomas, he transferred from Wayne Prep. Was 20-plus point game scorer last year at Wayne Prep. He should be a good complementary piece to Kobe. Another name to look out for, the young boy Braxton Du Bois.
Heard a lot about him.
Braxton is he's a throwback basketball player. He plays inside out, wide body, can put you on his hip, get the basket, things like that. But he can stretch it out to the floor and hit threes as well. Another one as well too, Johnny Winborn as well is another 3-point shooter as well. So they got the pieces. I think they'll be fun to watch. They're going to shoot a ton of threes, like any Coach Sauter team. They get up and down. So, but they'll be fun to watch. So.
Definitely. And kind of looking at the rest of kind of the slate on Friday, they'll be playing Burlington Christian. Isaiah Smith has proven himself as one of the, especially in big games in the playoffs last year, that run that they won on. And then the young fellow Charles Purr. I don't know if you got a chance to see him, the big fellow, but he is a really, really talented player. Have either of y'all had a chance to see him yet?
Yes, I watched him a few times with Team United the past AAU season. So
upside is very real.
Huge. I think the key for Burlington Christian is the new coaching staff, new regime. So just kind of figuring it out early. Anytime you keep your talent, but if you got a new coaching staff, there's always different things you got to figure out. So I think that'd be a good test for both teams early. So
also one person we can't forget is Cam Prince. Yeah, this summer, man. To be honest, he really took a step with national competition. I think the question was always what is he? We wasn't sure if he was a 1, wasn't sure if he's a 2. He's a hooper, bro.
Yep, he's just a player.
He's a hooper. He impacts the games on both sides of the ball. You know what I'm saying? And the thing I loved about him this summer was he showed ability to change a game and dominate a game to get a win.
Yep.
So I'm really interested to see with his senior campaign with Coach Burrell how he looks.
I agree, and I think you mentioned it, like him answering those questions when it came to national level competition. I was at the UAA session in April in Rock Hill. There were stretches where he was the best player on the floor, regardless of teams. And for him to take that step, going to American, great get for them. They're recruiting the state pretty hard in this area, pretty hard, and he's a big time player. Also, Cash McSweeney going to Navy, big time player, one of the best bigs in the state.
Facts.
Yep.
Will average a double-double this year, almost guaranteed. Could have some big, 20-20 games.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't be surprised if he does that in this event. The highest-ranked player in this event, we haven't mentioned him yet, because I know all three of us have a lot to say, and he's a special player, and the expectations are very, very high. King Gibson at the Burlington School Simmons. We saw him show some real special flashes last year in big games. They fell short in the playoffs. They're on a redemption arc now, and he's leading the charge over at TBS. Simmons, what do you have for him?
I mean, I just think he's special. I think the last time we saw a player like him was Theo Pinson. I still think the sky is the limit for him just because of the versatility and he really doesn't take shortcuts on the court. He plays the game the right way. He can score at 3 levels. He competes, and I mean, like I said, with how the class and how the state is moving, this is a kid that's primed to put the state on his back when it's his time, and you never know what you can get for him.
As talented as King is, having a team with veteran leadership matters, especially when it comes down to those games, the dog days in December, January, February trying to win games, and you got guys like Cam Flippin and Caden Hamlin. Those guys have been around, battle tested, so those guys, they'll be ready to compete with King. But I mean, there's what can you say about King? Just a phenomenal talent, man. Just plays both sides of the ball. Another one, like we talked about, excited for him to take that next step. Like last year, I felt like he allowed Zion Walker to, and rightfully so,
absolutely
take the reins and be the guy down. But hey, Zion's at Radford doing good things now, so it's your time to shine now. So
and every great player we've had in this state, and it doesn't even need to be something significant. It could be like even just 1 or 2 moves or just something they do. The great players always add something.
Right.
Facts.
He's gonna add something, whether it's more consistent from beyond the arc, being a more reliable primary ball handler, being a difference maker on the defensive end. He's going to add 1 or more of those things to his game this year. I'm excited to see what it is. This is a great event. There's a lot of talent coming to the 252. Rod, any additional information that people should know about this one?
My wife can be at the door working Saturday, so leave her alone.
Yep.
I just want to let that be known. You know what I mean?
Leave Mrs. Bridges and
leave her alone.
Leave her alone.
So my wife will be there. So that'd be dope.
Family affair.
That's all I got. You know what I mean?
Anything for you, Simmons?
It's always a dope event. The people always come out at Greenfield. Saturday is always a special day because it's basketball all day. You know what I'm saying? And the gym is always packed. So I'm just excited to get started, bro.
Couldn't agree more.